Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. As you can see by the title, this is a full face of Primark makeup, 100% Primark, nothing else. And I really like the look that I created today. If you'd like to see how I got this look and this glow, keep on watching. Right, so to start, my face is cleansed, but I wanted to use, I don't have a moisturiser from Primark directly, so what I am using is a collab that they did with Alex Sternhern. I'll butcher her name, aren't I? Alex Steinhern, and this is the oil-free gel hydrator, which looks like that, and it's a collab that they did together, so I've used 2 pumps of that. Now I do like this, it does hydrate my skin. I'm just not a fan of the smell. I don't know, it just has a musty smell, if that makes any sense, but it is a good hydrator and I do use it because the smell doesn't last for very long. It's just when you initially put it on you can smell it. Okay, so for my brows I'm actually going to be using 2 products. I'm going to be using the Skinny Brow Pencil in dark brown, and I'm also going to be using the PS Love Brow Pencil, and I think this is just in brown, dark brown. So if we start with the spoolie end, just gonna get a mirror. Now the reason I'm using 2 is because this brown, dark brown, is normally dark enough for me. It's just I recently dyed my brows, and I've still got a bit of tint left in them, so they're a bit darker, only slightly, than what I usually am. And then I used the other one, which is slightly darker, just to fill in the end. Okay. Right, now I'm quickly going to go off camera to do the other brow. It's just that I don't want this video to be super long, so I'm going to quickly go off, do the other brow and come back. And I am back. So to clean up my brows, I'm going to use the My Perfect Colour Liquid Concealer. I can't even see what colour that is. They've printed a number over it, so I can't tell you what the colour is, but it looks like that. So I'm just going to put, and this is medium coverage concealer, so I'm just going to put some of that under my eye. Right, I have used this concealer before, I'm not going to lie, it's not the best. The coverage isn't amazing, and it's medium. Sorry, it's quite watery. But it does the job.
Clean up the top and the bottom.
Alright, and I'm going to drag this down just onto my lid to use it as a bit of a base. And to blend that out, I'm going to be using my Morphe M173 brush, which just going to blend this out just to use it as a base. It's just going to even out my skin tone on my eye and give us a nice even base to work with. Okay, cool, that's done. So next I do eyeshadow. So the palette I'm going to use today for my eyes is the PS Rose Quartz eyeshadow palette. This one was £8 and it looks like this. Comes with a little sheet with the names on it. And yeah, it looks like this. Right, so the first colour I'm going to go into is called Firecracker, and it's this orange here. It's like a warm tone orangey brown. And we're going to work that in the eye with a Morphe E23 brush. And we're just going to blend this in and above the crease. Using really light pressure at the moment. I'll build it up. So the next colour I'm going to go into is the black, which is called Caf Noir, which is this one. And I'm going to use a pointed brush, the Morphe M330 brush. You're probably thinking, God, that black looks awful. It really isn't. I'm just using it really, really lightly because I don't want, like, pow in your face. But trust me, this is a good black. Can you see already? You put too much. I'm just using this black because I think I'm going to do a halo eye. I just want to deepen. I want to make sure the colours on the outside is really deep, so I like to go in with the black first. And then I'm going to use the product that's on my eye and drag it back and forth to connect them. So I'm not adding any product, I'm using the product that's already on my eye to connect the two. Right, now I've got the placement, I'm actually going to go back into the brush that I was using and kind of go over that. Okay, so once I'm happy with that, which I am, I'm going to use some concealer to create the halo. I'll be right back. So I've put some on the back of my hand. Normally I would use a very light concealer to cut my crease or to do a halo eye, but I've only got the concealer in one colour, so we'll have to see how this turns out. Just have to use it sparingly. So I'm going to place some on my eyelid and look up, and that will tell me roughly how far I need to go up. But ideally you'd want to use a light concealer. But we're going to work with what we've got. So I've cut out the area where the light shadow is going to go, and I'm just patting it down to make sure there's no creasing. It's a bit off centre, but we can fix that. Going back into that pointed brush that I used before, and a tiny, like the tiniest bit of black. I'm going to stump my inner and outer corner. I'm going to then brush off the brush and go back into the orange and go on top of that. Just to like complete the shape that I want. And then I'm going to use a brush that I can pack on some colour. That fluffy brush that's quite dense, and the colour that I'm going to use is Starshine, which is this one here. So we're going to go in with that first. So I used that brush to pack on that main colour. I'm then going to go in with a smaller detailed brush. I'm going to use this one by Makeup Revolution. It's just like a really small brush in the same colour. And we're just going to use this to get a straight line. I'm going to have to improvise a little bit because my concealer's dried. But can you see how pigmented this colour is? Yeah. And I'm going to take the orange and I'll blend that in. So it's on my brush, tap off the excess. And just use it to blend out the edges. Can you just see how shimmery and foiled that looks, and it wasn't even wet. Like it was bone dry. Okay, so I'm going to go off and do my other eye, and then I'll be back. Okay, so that's both my eyes done. I'm going to come back to them a bit later on, but now I'm going to move on to the skin. So for primer, I am oily combination, so I'm going to actually use two. That's 4 Charmaine. I'm going to actually use 2 primers. The 2 primers I'm going to use today are the Prep and Perfect Glow and the Prep and Perfect Matte. So I'm going to use the matte in the centre of my face and the glow on the perimeter. I really like these actually, and I like the dispenser. I don't know what you'd call that, but I'm just going to squeeze. I don't know if you can see that. And squeeze a bit out, and I'm going to use this in the centre of my face, not too much, and then I'm going to use the glow on the perimeter. Okay, so the glow is more of a it comes out white, the matte is clear, and it's got pearlescent particles in it. And then for the centre of my face, I'm going to be using the matte Thigh Mum. This is more of a silicone texture, the other one's more of like a cream. I do get an oily toy zone, an oily T-zone. Okay, so I'm going to be using the Double Coverage Matte Foundation Long Wear Matte Finish Oil Free SPF 15 foundation, and I've got the colour Rich Espresso and Caramel on the back of my hand. It's very thick, it's not runny at all. So if I just, do you know what actually? Okay, to blend this out, I am going to use a foundation brush. And the one I'm going to use is the Morphe M439 brush. I'm just trying to think, when I last used this foundation, when I first tested it, when I got it out, it was way too dark. I'm just trying to think, did it oxidise? But then I was on holiday in June. I'm just thinking, do I still have a little bit of a tan? But it doesn't actually look too bad. I think it was the way it dried down. It's actually a really nice finish. I'm beginning to think, do I actually need the other one? It is darker than me, but not too bad. Like my neck is darker. It's matching my neck. It's just my body is quite yellow. With a, you can't see my chest. It's fine. I'm not mad at that. I don't know if I should mix. Let me go on to the other side. See if I need to mix the lighter shade in. This says it's a matte foundation at the moment. There is still a bit of dewiness to it, but it could be that it just needs to dry down. I do think it's a little bit too dark, but I don't actually think I'm going to mix any of the other concealer in. I think last time I assumed it was going to be too dark, so I already mixed it in without even trying it on its own. But it's actually not that bad. I think the concealer might lighten it up. Okay, let's move on to concealer. Right, I'm going to go back to the concealer that has no name because I can't read it. I'm going to cheat. I'm actually going to just, it is still a little bit damp. I'm just going to use my Primark priming water, still on brand. I'm going to just wet it. I'm just so lazy. Like, the bathroom's way upstairs. That sound, it's just so satisfying. I don't know why. Now that did blend out pretty nicely, but it is definitely not full coverage in my opinion. Like, I'm used to using the e.l.f. one or Laura Mercier, Makeup Revolution, L'Oreal Paris, that one, and they are full coverage. And I can still see a bit of darkness under my eye, but I think if I colour corrected, then use the foundation and then use the concealer, I think that would hide that. Okay, to contour, the only contour I have is this stick foundation in the colour Rich Espresso. Obviously it's Primark. I'm actually nearly out of this. The reason I say the only one I have is it isn't like super dark, so it's difficult to see, but I didn't want to use this all over my face. To blend that out, I'm going to use the Real Technique contour brush. I'm just going to go in circular motions upwards to create a bit of shadow. Right, so to set the contour and my concealer, I've got two products. To set my under eye, I'm going to use the Flawless Finish Mineral Powder in Warm Beige. Looks like this. So it looks like this. I'm going to go back to my sponge. This, I'm not going to lie, this is not my go-to powder. And the shade isn't great either, but as I said, we're going to work with what we've got. It's quite a thick powder. It's not like finely milled like Laura Mercier or Huda Beauty. It's a bit on the thicker side. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to bake with it and then dust off the excess, because trying to push this into my skin doesn't work for me. Right, I'm going to leave that there for a second. For contour, I'm going to use the PS Master Contour Palette, which looks like this. So this one actually broke on me. I didn't hit pan. But this one is the colour I did use before I moved on to what I use now. And I'm going to use this for my contour. Right, some may say I'm cheating a little bit because this brush is what I use for my contour brush and it's already got contour on it, but I hope you forgive me, I just didn't have time to wash it. So, I'm just going to load up my brush. And set that contour. Now I'm going to brush off the break. Right, I'm then going to set my entire face with my mattifying pressed powder in the colour Chestnut. It comes with a little thingy, but I don't use those. It's got a plastic sheet on it as well. I can't get it off. Ah, there we go. Looks like that. Right, so I'm going to use this just to set everything in place. Right, next for blush, it's an oldie but a goodie. This is the PS Love blusher in the colour Fuchsia, and it looks like that. Like when I first got it, I was like, oh my god, it's so pink. But it is really nice. It's actually a really nice highlighter in my opinion. Like, it's not like, even though it's like Barbie pink in the pan, it's a really nice like crimson pink on the skin. I think it's when it mixes into my foundation. And then what I always do is just go back into my contour brush and just mix the two together. Going back to the eyes, I'm going to use this False Lash Queen mascara, say PS. Remember that? It's got a nice thick wand. I don't have any lashes on me. I forgot to pick some up. So it's going to just have to be mascara. But this mascara is actually really good. Oh, I was supposed to use a liner. I'll just have to wait until my lashes dry. I've got a liner that I want to use as well. Right, do I want to put a colour on the bottom? Let's have a look. Right, I'm actually going to go in with that orange that I used. I think I've got powder in my eye. Okay, so use the orange on my lower lash line. I'm just going to go in with my mascara. Right, next, highlight to finish, and then a lip. So the highlighter I'm going to use today is the PS Pure Glow in the colour Champagne. Yeah, I was just checking I wanted to use that one. Because I actually have Gold Digger and Champagne. Because of the light, they look virtually the same. I think I'm quickly swatch it. They are like almost identical, but I'm going to use this, yeah, Champagne. To put that on, I'm going to use my Morphe M510 brush. So again, this is the Pure Glow highlighter in Champagne. Whoa. This is just so pigmented. It's like so pigmented. And then I'm going to put some down the bridge of my nose, on my tip, and on my Cupid's bow. And I'm going to put some on my chin, and I'm going to put a little bit above my eyebrow. Right, now finally onto lip. Right, so I'm going to use this PS liner, lip liner. It's not, sorry, my back's at me. It's not the greatest, I'm not going to lie, but I will use it because it's Primark. I have loads of Primark lip liners, but they're all colourful ones. I literally just realised that they are all colourful. Like this one is more like of a mauvey pink than a brown. So it's like a beautiful colour, don't get me wrong, it's just you can't see it on my lips. But don't worry, we're going to make it work. Then I'm going to go in with Chauffeur. No, actually, sorry, this isn't Primark. This is Makeup Revolution. Actually, just realised that I've got no nude lipsticks from Primark. So I've gone in with my pencil. So I'm going to use the PS My Perfect Nude lip gloss instead. And this is in the colour Caramikis. Yeah, Caramikis. So I'm going to use this instead. It's good that this is a pigmented gloss. Right, I'm just going to line my my eyes, which I would have done before mascara, but I forgot. Actually, no, that's not going to work. Get a mirror. And I forgot to say, this is the PS Iconic Eyeliner Pen, felt tip, flexible tip for precise and easy application. And I did that in seconds. It is, and actually, it's actually a really nice eyeliner. It's actually super easy to use as well. I would say that it does get a bit patchy over any eyeshadows that are chunky. Like just matte or shimmers, it just glides across, but if you get like, if you start getting into a bit of like glitter, but it is really black, really pigmented. Then I'm just going to line my waterline with the PS Love eyeliner. Okay, so I'm back. So this is the final look using everything Primark. Things I like. Eyeshadow. I love Primark eyeshadow. I think it's pigmented. I think they're very like high quality. They last a long time. I really, really enjoy them. Eyebrow pencils. Yep, great. Oh, actually, eyebrow. I have a eyebrow gel. got to use. It's actually quite old, it's drying out, but I like it because it's a lighter brown than my actual eyebrows. So I use this to make them look a bit less like dark brown. Sometimes I use like black to get that bold look, but then I'll go over it with a brown eyebrow gel. Okay, so yeah, this is old, but I recommend it. The blush I really like. The highlighter, thumbs up. This lip gloss, love it. It's shiny, but it's not sticky, so it's not like you get that like that gloopiness. It's very easy to wear, very comfortable to wear. The under eye powder I think is definitely the wrong colour for me. It's a bit ashy, a bit grey, so I won't be grabbing for that again. The all over face powder in chestnut, yeah, I would use that, and I do use that. I wish I'd got eyelashes, I completely forgot about them, but I have used Primark's eyelashes in the past, and they're not like the best eyelashes ever, but they are good. They do the job. The mascara, I use this on a regular basis. I like the mascara. What else? Hey, the foundation actually. The foundation is better than I thought it was. From my memory, this was way too dark for me, but it actually looks, as long as I wear a high neck top and I'm not showing off my yellow chest, actually works pretty well. So I'd actually use the foundation again. Settling in my smile lines ever so slightly, but I think if I was to powder them down a bit better, I think that would be fine. So yeah, overall I'm really happy with how this turned out. I would use most of these products again, and I do use most of these products in my daily routine. I really like the foundation actually. I've surprised myself. I thought this was going to be really bad foundation wise from what I remembered when I used it previously, but actually it's quite nice. I like it, and I would actually grab for it again. Yeah, I need to check out some nude lipsticks. I haven't got nude ones. I've got coloured like reds, purples, but I just realised I haven't got any nudes. So yeah, that might be worth looking at next time I go in. The eyeliner, great. I use that all the time. Yeah, I really like this look. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for joining me today, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye.